Coming up on this week's episode of An In-Depth Look, I'm going to help you relieve some frustration by shooting people in the virtual face, because I'm going to tell you all about our new Xonotic server in this week's episode of An In-Depth Look. Xonotic is a fork of the old game Nexus, which was surrounded by some controversy. You might want to look into that. It's kind of an interesting one. That game was based off the original Quake engine, but it's been so heavily modified that it's actually now called the Dark Places engine, and it's significantly enhanced. Well, actually, we just recently covered it in the Linux Action Show, and it was such a hit that PriceTX in our IRC chat room set out and went out on an adventure of building a Xonotic server, and thanks to some generous hosting from Alan over at scaleengine.com, just go to xonotic.jupitercolony.com or search for Jupiter Colony in the search box. And one of the interesting features that Xonotic has is a community-wide leaderboard system, which the new Jupiter Colony Xonotic server is tied into, which is opt-in when you join the game for the first time, but asks you if you want your stats to be shared on the community leaderboards. But it's a fun way for your time to get logged that you play, for your kills, and all of the vital stats of different players, all in one spot. You can go check for the Jupiter Colony community, which is really awesome. Now, it's just been launched this week, so it's a new endeavor, so if you'd like to get in there at the ground floor, now's your chance. You can also go over to the Jupiter Colony, where there's a section in the forum for more information. Just go over to jupitercolony.com and look for the Xonotic section in there. If you have suggestions or feature requests or some problems, you can either leave them in that forum thread, or you can email PriceTX xonotic@jupitercolony.com, and he'll be checking that from time to time to look for suggestions. Let me show you a little bit about the game, though, because I can talk about it, but you really need to see it. When I say it's based off the Quake engine, I think maybe people go, oh, that's old, but I'm really impressed with what they've done with it. Sometimes I feel like these guys are out to get me! I like this voting system too here. This is a neat feature of the game. So after the map's completed and everyone's done, there's 3 maps that are presented to the players, and those 3 maps get voted on by clicking them. And then there's kind of like this fade effect, and whichever one people choose is sort of becomes the one in focus. And then after the set amount of time has passed, that map launches.
Prepare for battle. 3, 2, 1. Begin!
Shooting you in the face. I like to shoot you in the face. Hey, need that gun, Hey, I got a new gun. Oh yeah. Oh, fail. There you go. So we just played a quick round there, and that's a fun round, and there's a handful of people on there. I get to see at the bottom there, you can see it shows you the accuracy of my different guns, which in my case is pretty darn pathetic. But it gives you the kill count, and all of that is then stored in the server statistics and then shared with the Xonotic leaderboards, which is really cool. So it's a great game, and it's free. So you can just download it, jump in there, and play with the Jupiter community, and then when you're done, you just jump out. All right, well, that's all I got for you this week. It's just a quick one. I had a hard drive failure this week, so sort of left me in a bit of a peril, and it got me thinking, though, maybe that would be a good topic to cover with you guys. Would you be curious in seeing a hard drive recovery tools or sort of hard drive maintenance episode of An In-Depth Look? Let me know. Also, I'm considering reducing the amount of in-depth looks per month to maybe only 2 per month. That way I have more time to work on them so they can be a little longer and actually go more in depth. So I think I'll start rolling that out. So there won't be an episode next Saturday, but then the Saturday after that there will be one, so it'll be on an every other release cycle. I'm hoping the combo will give me more time to work on some of the new shows to get them going fully, and then also come up with some good content for this show. The one I'm thinking about, though, is hard drive recovery tools or hard drive maintenance tools for the next in-depth look. So if you got some suggestions, leave me a comment, or you can email me, chris@jupiterbroadcasting.com, or hit me up on any of the social networks that you lurk at, bit.ly/Chris Fisher. And that's always usually the best way to get hold of me because I check those multiple times per day. Whereas my email inbox is some kind of horrible monster that I honestly sometimes avoid more than I should. All right, everyone. Well, that's all I've got for this week's episode of An In-Depth Look. Get out there and frag some people in their virtual faiths, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.